Full other week, you say?
Yes.
Uh,
We're just talking about
a week away before the show.
2019 is what we were talking about.
my gosh, it's already days away. Days.
Yes,
we're
sir.
not weeks anymore. Well, I guess we're kind of weeks, aren't we?
Yeah, like I said, a week and a half.
Oh my gosh, that's nuts.
Was that January 25th?
I think. When do you end up flying out?
Yeah, Darryl, when do you end up flying out?
We're coming out on the Wednesday. We're not going to go on the haunt tours, but we will be there on the Thursday. So we get in on Wednesday night. But you know, that's as long as there's no cancellations. That's why we decided to come early. So we'll be there on Thursday. So when are you guys going to be there?
I think I know we're coming in. I'm coming in Thursday morning. Liz is flying in an hour after me. And then Kyle is coming in at like noon, 1 o'clock on Thursday. So we'll be there we'll be on the show floor on Thursday. So that's the goal. And then we're flying out. I'm flying out late on Sunday. And then everybody else is flying out like mid-afternoon on Sunday.
Yeah, we leave on, I think we're there on Monday too. So.
Oh, you're staying through Monday?
Yeah, we're not gonna do anything, but it's just that's when the flights were cheapest because I'm a cheap bastard.
I was gonna say, how much cheaper was the flight from Sunday to Monday? I was gonna do that, but then I bagged on it.
But then you got to pay for an extra night at a hotel. So is it really cheaper, right?
Is it really cheaper?
Do you guys do any like Google Assistant or you know, the Amazon Echo or any of those things?
I use Siri for everything through my earbuds, but no, not a whole.
The kids got me an Amazon Echo last year, and then this year I got the little Dot for Christmas. So I've been having fun in my office. Watch this. Alexa, it's podcast time.
Your voice is magnificent.
Anyways, boost my own ego there.
Excellent.
Adjusts my lighting and tells me my voice is magnificent.
You got the voice for radio, Darryl.
I got a face for radio too.
Yes, you do. I'm trying to figure out why this won't jump around
Darryl,
on the screen.
What's the story behind the beaver, man?
This is Justin. Justin Beaver. He's going to be joining us down in New Orleans because he's never traveled that far. So he wants to get away. Hopefully, he's been injured. He got into a little tussle with a bat last week, so he's got his little Band-Aid here, and I can't let him be alone. So he's coming down there with us. So he might even end up coming to the costume ball.
Oh, that's fun. Are we talking about what we're dressing up as?
I don't even know if I'm dressing up. We'll see. We'll see what Justin has in mind here, and my wife and I.
Yeah, Dan, what are you dressing up as?
Some stupid ass dude.
Are you gonna dress up as Liz?
That's me.
YouTuber?
Oh my gosh. No, yeah, a YouTuber. Yeah, that'll work. I don't know why this is not doing what I want it to do. Yeah. I want it to jump around, and it's not jumping the way what I thought it was going to jump around. That sucks.
You want to stop and redo, or
I don't want to do that because I think we might as well just hit it and go.
All right.
Anyway, so why don't we do that since we are rolling right now? Welcome everybody, all those Haunt Insiders out there. We are currently live, and I am with Brian and Darryl. I don't know.
Hey.
Do you want me to call it Scareit Badges? Is that the correct way to intro you guys tonight?
Well, we've got three things happening. Scareit Badges. We've also got, our original one, which was Haunt Topic Radio. Brian's going to be doing lots of broadcasting, and I'll try and do a little bit as well. And then we've also got our Haunters Toolbox, which we're revamping a little bit. But Scareit Badges is our is
That's
the
your
one that
jam.
we're trying to. Yeah, it's the jam this year.
That's awesome. So I'm a huge proponent of Scareit Badges. Absolutely love this product.
Excellent, thank you.
But before I get into like the nitty gritty of what this is, can you give me a little background on what you guys do and what you do for the haunt community? I know most of our viewers are going to know who you guys are, but just for those that aren't, can you just give me a little background on what you guys do for the community?
Brian, you want to let everybody know? I'll let you talk some too.
Well, how far do I go back? I mean, when, me and Daryl met up and started Haunt Topic Radio is kind of our flagship. We started as a blog and then made it into a podcast, and then thanks, as a haunter, you can't stop with one thing. You got to evolve and keep going and do something else. So me and Daryl have been behind haunted attractions, home haunters. I own my own haunted attraction right now. So it's, but going through the podcast is letting us, interview all these other great minds and learn from them. And we just, hell, I don't know how long we've been doing it, Daryl, 7, 8 years, just the podcast.
About 7, yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Even though we've only actually physically met, 4 years ago?
Yeah.
HauntCon
and
at a HauntCon, yeah. But
look at that.
we've been
fun.
doing this virtually for quite a while. So podcasts, we've done training videos, webinars, and then I was coming home from it was HauntCon several years ago, and I think it was Todd Patton and the Ruby Falls crew that all walked through HauntCon, all wearing their black shirts and had their names on them and stuff. And it's like, damn, like this is an impressive looking crew, right? Everybody's all matching and they got their positions and stuff on their side. I thought, damn, I really like the way that looks, right? And we were coming back through the airport, and I also saw a bunch of Boy Scouts. They're going to a jamboree or whatever. So there was all of them there in their matching uniforms. And it's like, okay, this is neat. I really like that. I like the badges they're wearing because you can tell what they do and, what their skills are and where they're from. And it's like, hey, could we marry those two up? And I pulled out the pen and paper, sitting there waiting, having a coffee and waiting for my phone to charge and start writing all this stuff down. And it's like, yeah, let's do, monster scouts or horror scouts or haunt scouts. And it's like, man, I got a feeling scouts is, Boy Scouts of America is going to flip out if we start using the scouts names. So
yeah,
we came up with the merit badge idea, and what better name for the haunt community than Scareit Badges, right?
It just rings so true to what the product is. So Scareit Badges are like merit badges for haunters, correct?
Exactly. And we want to have, just like regular merit badges, you have to do something to earn them. And that's where our first batch of badges came out. And those were basically awards for our for the actors at the haunt. We want to be able to make stuff available for everybody, but you got to start somewhere. So we had a couple of different styles of awards, and the most common one, we started off with just if everybody can see that or not.
We're not.
No, not. Yeah. Down there in the corner of your screen.
Right.
Basically, it was just a round badge, same size as a merit badge, with a little tombstone in the year. And we had 2 different styles of those. One that had a red border. So that's if you work 3/4 of the haunt season. If you were good enough to have perfect attendance, then we did the one with this gold border. And basically just signifying that, you were a perfect attendee. Oh, look who's got some badges there.
I know, right? I got these really nice guys at Scareit Badges sent me a couple ones, and I'll talk about those.
Here's that was the new one for this year, 2018.
You got the one with the year on it, or did we send you one of those?
You sent me, that came off. They're really cool. I love the way you guys put them on there.
And then what I like is the description on the back. So it's kind of like a thank you card too. So it's like,
so you get to keep the card as a souvenir as well.
Says, it's the monster mouth, but then on the back it says outstanding vocal talents, whether it's loud, soft, edgy, comical, you influence the ears of your customers. And so, I mean, obviously this is a little, I mean, it's,
you can sew it on, you can iron it on, you can do whatever you want, right? But our actors and stuff this year were rather impressed because you got different types of actors. And I know the previous year in 2017, we only had 3 different types of badges, and that was the ones with the dates, the red and the gold, and we also had the thumbs up. I think you got one of those there. It's called the crowd favorite.
Yes, I do, but not in my little pile right here. This was
okay.
I was
doing one right here.
Them, so
but
that's the crowd favorite.
Yes.
Yeah, if you can see it down there in the corner, basically just a skeletal thumbs up.
Show it again, Brian. Hold on. Go ahead. Show it again. There it is.
Says you have been voted as one of the crowd favorites. Keep up the scary work. These also came good for what I did this year. I think we might start. I don't know. I've talked to you, Darryl, about doing it. Is I broke it up like the front of the house actors and the back of the house actors, because it's kind of like my Q line actors were getting more scares. Of course, they're they're involved with the people. So I kind of gave awards for each section of my haunt, which may be an option for us, but
that's a good idea.
And I know there's going to be some changes, physical layout changes in our haunt. So we're probably going to do something like interior out or exterior, and make sure that all of the groups get recognition. And I know there'll be an upstairs crew as well. So we're going to see how things are going to go.
I mean, the sky is the limit with these. I mean, you can make as many as you want. And you guys do custom one-offs, and you're open to talking to haunters about new ideas and moving forward things like what you guys are doing, brainstorming right now. I mean, if somebody else comes up with another idea, they could pitch it to you guys and make up a Scareit badge just for whatever they need, correct?
Yeah, definitely. Like we've got some new designs in the works. We definitely want to have like a 5-year badge, 5-year patch of some kind. And then you can have multiples of those if you're, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, that sort of thing. And then there's a couple of like an Actor of the Year award, just, an overall one. So we want to get that in the works, and we're going to have the availability for people to vote on that as to which is their favorite Actor of the Year badge, and that'll help us figure out what the public is looking for, so that
that's cool.
We always got polls going on too. Our Facebook page, badges on Facebook. True. We're always taking polls. When we go to HauntCon, we have a postcard that we have a survey on the back of that too, that you'll be able to vote on a new patch. A new badge for
that's a good idea.
So
yeah. So just to give a little bit more broader idea of how awesome this idea is, like you guys are talking about haunt owners or actors, it also can be broadened out to the horror community and the haunter community. Now I know you guys are talking about looking at other haunters at other conventions and going, hey, he's a scare actor, he's a scare actor, he's a line actor, or he's been doing it for 5 years, and you can see it on the patch, on their arm, shirt, chest, hat, wherever it is. So it's not just for the actors at the haunt for owners to buy. This could be something for actors to purchase on their own outright, or like these really cool ones that are the microphones for all the media in the haunt industry.
Exactly. And how come that's not up there? Excuse me. Hello.
Yeah, what's up?
There.
Good. Yeah. Well, we're going to have some that are definitely going to be truly merit badges that you are going to have to, you can't go and buy yourself an award badge saying that you're Actor of the Year or, scariest actor, creepiest actor. So those are going to have to be earned. But we do have a bunch coming up that can either be bought by the haunt owner and reward some of his folks, or his or her, excuse me, because there's lots of female haunt owners out there as well.
Yes, there is.
And but people can get some of them themselves. For example, it was brought up by Jonathan and Crystal a couple of years ago. Crystal runs a Facebook group for haunt widows, and it's like, damn, there's a perfect idea for a badge, a haunt widow, right? Some of us end up not seeing our spouses for more than a few minutes over a course
of
of us 3 months.
Yeah.
But there's other people that do it together. So we've got ideas for haunt couples, haunt widows, your tech crew, your build crew, your makeup crew. Those are ones that people may want to get themselves. We all want to branch out, so also into maybe some skills badges, and we'll see how they come about.
Yeah, that's a good idea too.
But if you want to be known as a body painter, prosthetics, makeup artist, specializing in prop building or something like that, those are ones that you can buy yourselves to show your affinity. And the thing that I like about this is if you got one of these on your jacket, you're walking in downtown Chicago or whatever, and you see somebody else that's got a patch, a Scareit badge on their jacket, it's like, hey, damn, you're an actor or you're a prosthetics artist, right? And it breaks down some of those barriers.
Yep, absolutely it does. Just so you guys know, Chris Davis from Davis Graveyard just chimed in and said, I love these. So need to get some for my crew. We need some custom designs. So
we'll do it.
I'm sure you guys will.
Talk to us.
So make some custom Davis Graveyard ones.
Davis Graveyard will be at HauntCon this year.
As
well as Scareit Badges. So you guys need to get the talking.
We'll touch base again.
Yes.
They will be a little bit busy, though. They have got a heck of a big prop build this year.
They never, ever cease to amaze me with what they take on. I mean, it's amazing. Last year at HauntCon, when they built that crypt, oh my gosh. And it was like day 2, and it was still in styrofoam form. I'm like, this isn't going to happen.
Yeah, but they pulled it all together at the end.
They pulled it all together, and they ended up giving it away and getting a great dollar amount for a charity. I mean, for what's the name of the charity?
Magic Wheelchair?
Magic Wheelchair. Yes, that's it. Perfect.
Yes. Oh, those guys were great. They were right across the booth from us last year, right across the aisle from us last year. We had a lot of fun with them.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So speaking of HauntCon, have you guys taken a look at what's all going on down there? Oh my gosh.
I have to admit, I've looked, but I haven't really gone through all of the classes and stuff that I want to go to because, I've been working on Scareit Badges stuff and getting all of our prep and promo stuff. And the kids got me an iPad for Christmas, and it's one of the new iPad 6th generation. And I have a bad habit of not doing things regarding
getting lost in it.
Yeah,
we call it getting lost in the box.
Guilty.
But at the same time, one of the things that I'm doing is every day I've got a 30-day challenge that I'm in where it's sort of like a New Year's resolution, but it's a habit forming thing through Evernote. It's the Ever Better Challenge. And for every day for 30 days, I am doing a sketch or finalizing a design for something that may become a future Scareit badge.
That's awesome. That's a great resolution.
Some of them are really, really rough because I'm just learning how to use the software. But at the same time, I've got an idea, and then I can pull it into my actual software that I'm used to using, or 2 weeks down the road or whatever, or after I get through my 30-day challenge, then I will start doing and
back
finding some of those other ones, and they'll show up on the website as polls and on Facebook and Instagram to have all of you customers vote and figure out which ones we should actually make.
I love it. I love it. Brian, are you have you looked at the website? Do you know what's going on in at HauntCon this year?
I looked at the classes because I was going to say, okay, I know I'm a vendor, but me and Daryl try to break away to kind of go to a couple favorite classes that we really want to see. There's a bunch, man. I don't know. It was hard for me to pick. There was like 4 in each hour. I was 4.
Yeah, it's like 70 hours, I think, altogether over the whole weekend.
Yeah, so I was like, man, that's a good class, and that's a good class. I mean, if you go with a crew and space them out and send your scare actors over here and, you know, your marketing over here, and that'd be
really
a good way to do it.
Last year they had them like way off of the show floor.
Yeah,
they're on the show floor now, so literally you can go from your booth right to the class on the show floor. I don't know how they're doing it. They're enclosing it somehow. I'm assuming it's like what they did with like the Sky's costume and Ruby's and all those. They had the big high walls and they were all boxed in. You know what I'm talking about?
That must be a massive show floor, because not only is HauntCon getting bigger, now you've got that other stuff, and I imagine the Haunt Expo is getting a little larger too, right?
Yep. It's going to be massive. I mean, there's no shortage of vendors and the amount of stuff that they're going to have in there is going to be.
So bring your walking shoes and your credit card.
As always. As always. The other cool thing, I don't know if you guys saw it or not, and I was just talking to HauntCon Liz on this. I call her HauntCon Liz because there's too many Liz's in my life, especially in the haunt world. So it's like Liz Bisley, and I can't even remember HauntCon Liz's last name because it's HauntCon Liz. Anyway, they have on Friday night after the show floor closes, they're doing the runway show. So last year they had it like spaced out over the whole weekend. So it would be like one vendor would show their stuff or 2 vendors would show their stuff and then they'd shut it down. But none of the vendors on the HauntCon side or the Halloween side would see it, only the customers that were coming in because it was during the show. Well, she's revised this now, and after the show floor closes, there's a party, and everybody's invited to go to the runway, and there's drinks and food, and then all the vendors that signed up for the runway will runway model. And I gotta tell you, this is a little sneak peek. Liz and Kyle are going to be models on the runway. just for a certain vendor, and you guys will find out when you're there. But it's gonna be epic.
So anybody that has makeup, masks, costumes, Gorgalore, or they're not there this year, but
I don't think they're there. But
but you know,
that's for another episode.
That's another episode. Anyway,
sorry, Kevin.
But so anybody with a costume or if you can fit on the runway, then you're good, or what?
It's vendor specific. So like last year it was 90% Halloween Expo and 10% HauntCon. Right. And like Scared of My Shadow, the woman that does the masks,
excellent stuff,
amazing masks. Well, she did a runway show and she got business through retail vendors for doing that runway show with those masks on. So it's cross promotional between retail and haunt world, but it's just the vendors. So the vendors sign up. So for instance, I'm sure Scared of My Shadow is doing it again. I know Haunt Shirts is doing it. Some retail, the really pretty dressed ladies will do it. There's a couple other vendors I know for sure that are in, but it's vendor oriented. But it is an actual runway show with an MC, and they have a long runway where they strut their stuff and they turn around and they walk back, and it's pretty awesome because you sit there and you get to see all the new trends that are coming out for the retail world, but you also get to see all the new trends that are coming out for whoever is vending at HauntCon that signed up for the show.
Okay, well, this is what it might be a little late to get into it this year, but we need to have a Scareit Badges runway show in 2020.
Yes. Yeah.
You need to have enough different designs.
To cover your whole body.
Oh no, there's
It's
only
just-
going to be wearing
they're just-
one.
They're just
Okay, maybe
they're
two.
hot glued to your skin.
Scareit pasties. Though I do know people who can make some. Maybe I can get her to make some for us.
Oh no. Oh my gosh. Yes. Justin Bieber will enjoy it.
Yep. Yeah, he would.
Yeah, so that's what's going on Friday night. Now I know there's haunt tours on Friday night too, so this might not be something for everybody, but I can tell you right now, if you're not going on the haunt tour, you got to stick around for the runway show, because I really think it's going to be one of the best things on Friday, given what I know and what's going to happen.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be one of the best things.
Just the way you're laughing, you sound like you got something up your sleeve.
Maybe it all came to fruition last night, and HauntCon Liz, if you're watching, I'm sorry ahead of time. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be good.
Hey Dan, what's Haunt Collective doing there this year? What's your agenda?
Oh my gosh, what's Haunt Collective doing? We have a huge agenda. I guess I can let the cat out of the bag because it's only like a week away, but I've kind of alluded to it here and there. But what we're doing is we've partnered with HauntCon, and we are going to go down there and cover the show live, and not just live with a camera, with a phone. It's going to be, we have a multi-camera system. It's super professional. We're going to be on stage. I would say probably 80% of the time, I'm going to say, live feeding from the stage, interviewing people from the stage, from booths, and then also doing commentary for the runway show. And then that is, for the most part, what we're up against. It's a daunting task, but I'm super excited. We've brought on a new professional videographer guy, and I can't wait for everybody to meet him, because he's like he completes us.
Missing link, huh?
Yeah, he loves horror. He's great at photography and video, and he knows his way around a camera. So I'm super excited to see what he ends up coming down with, and that frees up a lot of time for everybody else to do what we need to do. And together, I think there's going to be 4 of us down there, but together we're going to make a great thing. So anybody that's watching, if you have not already, go to the YouTube search and look up HauntCon. If you have not already, subscribe to that channel and hit that bell for notification, because that channel is going to be hopping in 10 days. It's going to be ridiculous, the amount of live feeds. We're going to do, continuous. It's going to be continuous on and off all hours, up until the end from the show opens to the show closes, Friday, Saturday, and a little bit of Sunday too. So that's what we've got going on. I don't know if I'm going to have time to even pee, but it's going to be fun.
Well, that depends. But yeah, I'm here all night, folks.
Dad jokes all night. Yeah, so that's what we've got going on. It's been wild, like the amount of stuff that I've had to endure, especially this last week. It's been ridiculous. But I can't wait to get down there and see everybody and get to talk with everybody. And
well, let's play a little game of interview the interviewer. Dan, tell us a little about how did Haunt Collective start, and when did it start?
How did Haunt Collective start? Well, we're gonna rewind it all the way back to when, before Haunt Collective, there was Inside the Haunt Industry. And that channel's still around. It's kind of been tabled for now. Inside the Haunt Industry is the parent company for Haunt Collective. And what Haunt Collective is a group of like-minded people that go out and look at the haunt industry and bring all of that to one place, if that makes sense. I guess that's really Haunt Collective in a nutshell. When did it start? Haunt Collective started about 3 years ago, when we decided that we wanted to make something more cohesive for the 95% of the industry. If you look at inside the haunt industry, that's focused a lot on the 5% of the haunt community. And we decided that we wanted to bring more of the things that you as a haunter love, which is shows, how-tos, all of that stuff that for the doers, for the makers of the community. And this was a great outlet to do so. And then we also wanted to take the cosplay and Comic-Con aspect and try and marriage it or bridge the gap with the haunt community, because there is a lot of crossover from the cosplay, costume making, costume building, to the haunters that make their own costumes as well. So that's really what we focused on the first year. The second year, we kind of got away from it, but we've also broadened our scope where we've gone to Comic-Cons and talked to some of those people. We've also covered, like just last month, we covered a whole bunch of Krampus events
Yes.
in Milwaukee. And that was, oh my gosh, ridiculous. I can tell you next year, if you guys haven't figured out that Krampus is on the rise, it's going to explode next year. Explode. It's just ridiculous, the amount of people that are understanding Krampus. And for everybody,
Why I'm planning a Krampus badge.
Yes. Oh, yes. So
Yep.
for everybody that's watching, Milwaukee has a huge German heritage to it. And I'm surprised that Krampus did not come out like 50 years ago. But they started a Krampus event 2 years ago, which we covered. Haunt Collective, you can check out. If you go to our page, you'll see it. You'll see all the Krampus stuff. But this last year, the show like tripled. There was like 2,000 people, I think, that ended up ultimately going to this show, and they sold out. Tickets were for sale, and they sold out right away. They had like 20 Krampus, and then they had those witches too. I can't remember what the name of the. Yes, that. And there was like, I want to say a good 10 to 15 of them that did the dance and everything, and then they did a parade. Oh, it was so cool. So, and now they're talking about fire. And they're talking about the what's the king sit on his throne. They're talking about the throne for Krampus. They're making a float and stuff like that. I mean, it's ridiculous. And then there's all these offshoots, which I didn't have a chance to even research yet, but evidently there's more Austrian stuff that is based around Krampus that's kind of offshoots from actual Krampus itself. So there's a lot more stuff that we are getting into. We opened up a can of worms when we went down there, because these people love Krampus and the German heritage as much as us haunters love talking about haunted houses. So it was overwhelming. I took down a lot of notes. I took down a lot of phone numbers, and we are hitting them down now, trying to get them lined up, and we're going to do some more interviews and get down and talk to them about their costumes and stuff like that. So
yeah, I've got a Krampus planning meeting on Sunday with my Krampus crew here in Edmonton. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, it's really come a long way. So, but back to Haunt Collective and what it is. It's really just a bunch of us getting together, talking about haunt stuff, and making sure that everybody out there that is a doer or maker, the 95% of the community, can have an opportunity to come to one place and get a bunch of video. We've got a bunch of stuff headed up for this year, which after HauntCon is over, we'll start releasing throughout the year, more so than we did last year. Maybe not as much as we did the first year, but it's definitely ramping up. So
excellent. We are looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I love being interviewed by you guys and watching you guys creep Liz out. Well, it's like, what's going to scare Liz this time?
Oh my gosh. There is so many people that have been messaging us. It's for everybody that's watching, that's going to HauntCon. Liz hurt herself. She's a professional actress. So she was in a show, and it was an 80s rocker show. And she was doing this. She was like headbanging, and she went, and she slipped a disc in the back of her neck.
Ow.
So yeah. And she's like, it's like they have to do physical therapy, but she's most likely going to have a fused disc, I believe. And correct me if I'm wrong, Liz, if you're watching. I don't know what the terminology. I know it's serious. And for a while she was like this, so we were calling her bent neck Liz. She's the bent neck lady.
Uh-huh.
So then we were talking. We did a group chat just a couple nights ago, and we were talking about because we were introducing the new guy and what he has to expect. And I brought up Liz getting scared all the time. She's like, "Oh my god!" She starts sweating. She's like, "I don't know if my neck can handle it," because she really has to be careful. And she's because if she slips it again, she's gonna be crooked for the rest of the weekend in awful pain. And she's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do because nobody's gonna know, and everybody's gonna try and scare me.
Put her in a neck brace, a cervical collar.
Oh my gosh! Yes, that's
with two great big vampire holes on it and blood dripping down.
Yes. So this all started when I was telling her who was showing up to the show, and for the people that are watching now, just so you know, Michael Edwards is actually going to be making an appearance. And he messaged me and said, "Are you going?" And I said, "Of course I'm going." He's like, "I'm going too. Can't wait to scare Liz." So I'm like, "Oh, great." And I didn't even think about her neck being bad until I was telling her about it. And she's like, "Well, you better tell him because I don't know if my neck can handle as many people that are scaring her." So we'll see. I know that Ruby's costumes, when we entered them last year, they absolutely love the fact that they can scare her. So, like, the president CEO of Ruby's Costumes is running around with a mask on trying to scare the shit out of Liz.
Well, maybe we'll have to
It's awesome.
Scare Kyle. Maybe that's the thing that we're going to have to do.
Oh, you know what? I can assure you that we're like 30 minutes into this show right now. I can assure you Kyle has lost interest in watching this. So we can say, yeah, that's a great idea.
So instead of the SL campaign, it's the SK campaign this year.
Yes, I think that's a great idea. And I think Liz would really enjoy that. I think we might just have to make that a thing because Kyle comes off as this, I'm a haunter, but he really does scare easily. He does.
Yeah,
trust me, I know Kyle. Kyle is my lead actor, Q line actor when I owned a haunted house. Now that's where we met, and that was 8 years ago. Gosh, it's been that long. Yeah, it was 8 years ago that we met, and ever since then we've been best friends. And I can tell you right now, as much as he loves like set design and makeup and costuming and all that, he really does not enjoy going through haunted houses because he gets the shit scared out of him. So he'll play it off and he'll shift the blame to Liz. Oh, Liz doesn't want to go through there; she's too scared. But it's true. It's true. He screams like a little girl. You scare him.
It happens.
Protect Liz. You guys go ahead. Go in.
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we should come up with some sort of little inside campaign where it's scare the shit out of Kyle. I think this could work.
Yeah.
I'll call.
It's Kyle's year.
Yeah, I think it's Kyle's year. I'm gonna send an email out. And then
email.
That's email.
To your email list.
Attention HauntCon attendees and vendors.
I'll do mine too.
Put it in their welcome
Facebook page.
This man wearing a blue button-down T-shirt or blue button-down shirt.
Send me a picture of him.
Yes, it's a profile shot like this, and then a face. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Kyle. This is gonna happen.
Too bad we couldn't have I Scared Kyle badges ready for.
Man.
Oh my gosh.
We got 2 weeks there, or a week and a half. Come on, we got it.
We got this. We can carry him around, and then whoever scares him, and just to end it out. Here you go.
We've got to order some buttons. They might not be the embroidered badges, but maybe.
Ooh, that's just.
They said they ship in 48 hours, so we'll see what we can do.
Oh my gosh.
That would be funny as hell. It's like, what the hell are you giving these people?
I scared Kyle.
I scared Kyle. What is that? Where did you get that button? People love buttons too. Where'd you get that button? Well, who's Kyle? I'll go scare him. There you go. Next.
Okay, send me a profile photo.
All right, I will.
This is
Awesome.
done.
It's done. So back to Scareit Badges, just so we can recap. For those of you out there, or for you guys to have other people get in touch with you guys, how can someone find Scareit Badges? How can they get in contact with you?
ScareitBadges.com, our website. Darryl has been busting his butt over there, getting things ready. So we did really good this year, this season, and we want your guys' feedback, which really helps us create more stuff. And Darryl, he shoots me ideas all the time. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty good. And then we'll bring it out to the audience and have them vote on a lot of things too. So
awesome.
Yeah,
So
and then,
ScareitBadges.com. Is there
yeah, we're
social
also
media
available
feeds?
on Facebook and Instagram. So Facebook.com/Scareit Badges and Instagram Scareit Badges. So Scareit Badges, all one word, no dashes, no hyphens, no need to worry. But yeah, you'll find us. And
Do you guys
Cool.
use a hashtag at all?
we haven't been, but I think we're going to need to, because one of the things we'd really like to see is, we know we sold a bunch of badges this year, and we want to see some of these pictures of the people wearing their badges, right? If you put the badges on something, this is really what we want people to do. So we want the badges, yeah. We want photos of them, and we want to start tagging it with Scareit Badges so that other people can see it, right? And we would love to see people. Actually, I'll do this now. If you show up at the Scareit Badges booth with your badge ironed or sewn on something, I will give you a discount, another 10% off of whatever it is you buy this year.
Oh, that's a great deal right there.
So if you show up at HauntCon wearing a Scareit badge, or if it's not on the card, I want it sewn or ironed on. Doesn't have to be a jacket. It can be, you know, a vest. It can be red sash. It can be your purse. It can be your backpack, your bag. 10% off if you show up at HauntCon and show it to us at the booth.
Are you doing a deep discount for people that do show up at HauntCon? So we
do have some 2018 badges left, which we need to get rid of, right? So we'll be selling those in multi-packs, and then we'll have, we're trying to set the website up so you can pre-order some of the stuff for this coming year. Obviously, we don't have the 2019 badges created yet. Kind of need to know about how many we're going to be ordering. You don't need to order. So the more the merrier, though. We would like to get these out to thousands of haunters all over North America. And if you end up, you know, overseas, Australia, Europe, anywhere, if we have any Russian haunters there, you know, we'd love to get some of our badges in your hands.
Yes. We did a couple of international mailings this year, so
that's really, really cool. That's really cool. So, like I said, I'm always excited to see you guys on a personal level every year we go down there. But I'm really excited to see what new stuff that Scareit Badges has out. So obviously we'll be at your booth, checking it out, and going from there. You guys have any other last words, Brian? Anything you want to say to the Haunt Collective audience, just to pump them up and talk to them about HauntCon or Scareit Badges?
Well, I want to ask you, where do I find all these cool videos you took of the Krampus? Can I go to your channel?
You can go to my YouTube channel or the Haunt Collective YouTube channel, where you're seeing this. So for anybody that's watching, if you could hit that subscribe button, that would be the best thing ever. Notification bell if you want to stay up to date with all the live feeds that we are running out within the next month. But as far as those Krampus videos, you can go, they're on our page. They're probably 3 or 4 videos down, 5 or 6, 7 videos down from this video. But they're there. I can send you the link if you can't find them, but I'm pretty sure you're proficient in YouTube, so you can probably find them. You can just Google search Krampus Milwaukee and they'll show up.
And
So,
I want you to come see us at HauntCon January
Yes.
25th. I think we're getting in Thursday
Mhm.
at booth 122. If you want to talk about Scareit Badges, you want to talk about Haunter's Toolbox, Haunt Topic, we just want to talk haunt. So just come see us and
Yes.
hang out.
Talk haunt. We love talking haunt. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on tonight. I appreciate you taking the time to actually sit down with me for the last hour and just talk about HauntCon and talk about Scareit Badges so that we could, all our viewers can get an idea. Like I said, these things are awesome. I just want to do a little story. Do I have time? Wait,
Yep.
what am I talking about? I have time. Do you guys have time to listen to me rant?
Yes, I do.
Yes, sir.
One last story about Scareit Badges, and then we'll call it a night. So as for some of you that know, I used to own a haunted house, and before that, I ran and managed a humongous volunteer haunt with about 100 actors every night, and we always were looking for ideas to get those actors to take it to the next level, especially for volunteer haunts where you're not paying them except for, a pat on the back or a dinner at the end of the night or a meal at the end of the night. And so for many years, we were racking our brains as a volunteer haunt, trying to figure out what we can do. And we would go to like Taco Bell and we would get them to donate so many, things of food, or we would have our haunted high or our apparel that we would have mass produced, and we would hand that out to a select one or two actors per night that did really well. Or, we would give them accolades in the form of a certificate or, it was very generic, and it wasn't something that they could be proud of past the night that they were there. And so fast forward to when I owned a haunted house, I said, well, gosh, I really want to do something that they can keep, they can use more than just a meal, or they can use more than just that a boy, that a girl. So I came up with our regular actors. They had jackets, and they had their names on them, and that was it. For actors that did a really good job, we got a sponsor through a local energy drink company, and they provided us with a bunch of swag. So we ended up creating something where we would give away a lot of swag, a lot of, apparel, t-shirts, mugs, beverages, just a whole bunch of stuff so that they could take that home and they could wear it. And then I started thinking, well, geez, that's really cool. They love this stuff, but it's not really promoting a haunter. And then I sit down and Scareit Badges comes out. And that's when I realized this is amazing, because not only is it giving them an attaboy, but it's also promoting them all year round. And to promote somebody, to give somebody accolades all year round and have them be able to wear it on their shoulder with pride means a lot. And for somebody that's as a volunteer, or even somebody that's getting paid minimum wage or whatever you're getting paid as a hunter, it's not putting food on the table for anybody. It's fun. But to be able to have something that you can put on your shoulder and talk about all year round and be like, hey, I'm a haunter 365 days a year, this seals the deal right here. This is the greatest thing since sliced bread right here. This is awesome. So
Or if you put it in one of your interviews,
say?
the greatest thing since a vortex tunnel?
Yes, it's the greatest thing since the vortex tunnel.
Pretty damn big, man.
It is. It's true.
It took me 3 days before my head shrunk enough that I could actually fit through a door when you said that, man.
But it's true. I'm not blowing this out of proportion. It's such a good idea. Like, actors are they're not appreciated enough all year round. We appreciate them when they're at the show, or when they're acting, or when they hit that really good scare, or afterwards when everybody's talking about who it made pee, or who they, all of these things right here. When I helped run the last show that I was at, Chamber of Horrors, we would do every night, we would do giveaways, and we would talk, and I would get everybody around and rally them up and say, okay, guys, here's what we predicted. This is who I think was awesome tonight. I think this is who nailed it. But that's it. I just said this is who nailed it. This right here says this is who nailed it on this day in this year for the rest of their life, for the rest of their haunting life. And that's what I really love about this product is you're able to give haunting to somebody, an attaboy, 365 days a year. And that's so hats off to you guys. I think this is a great product. And I wish you the best of luck because it's awesome. That's it. Mic drop. It's awesome.
Dan the spokesman right there.
Yeah. I just love this product. And I mean, it's been around. I mean, but nobody's capitalized on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a good idea. And the way you guys have packaged it and marketed it, it's so awesome. It's just, I mean, that's it right there. I mean, can't get any better than that. I mean, look at that. Oh, God, I love it. You guys are awesome. So thank you. Thank you again for coming on. I look forward to see you guys in a couple days.
Yeah, a couple days. Well, thanks for the great feedback. We like hearing stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, they keep up the good work because I think it's an amazing product. And you know, you gotta keep on pushing through and keep on grinding because eventually this is going to skyrocket to the point where you're like, holy fuck, what am I gonna do?
Yeah. That's why we're kind of doing a couple designs at a time because we got to buy the inventory. And then so we want it to be a long-term thing. We don't want to. So when you start this collection, we want to be there through that process. So we're going to be coming out with new stuff all the time because that's how our minds work all year long. So Darryl's always sending me, hey, how about this design? How about this design? What do we need? So we got stuff coming up for,
that's what you gotta have
in maintenance and, tech. So we got,
that's a really good idea. Those guys never get accolades.
That's right.
Those are the hardest working fuckers in the building too.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. I never even thought of that.
And we've got some unique designs that people are going to go, what is that? It's like, I'm on the build crew. I'm a tech, right? Or I'm a makeup artist.
Yeah. And we want to cover everybody. So it's just getting there.
I never even thought of that. Like, we give accolades to the actors, the one that cares the most. But, I can tell you the hardest working guy in there is the guy that never gets the attaboy. And that's, my boy Hollywood. I mean, that guy would fix shit with duct tape and spit. To make it work till the end of the night. And
we'd be screwed, dude. It'd be screwed.
That dude gets to eat pizza with everybody else, but he never gets a attaboy.
How can he be from one side of the haunt to the other side of the haunt in 15 seconds? I'm like, dude,
I know, right?
How'd you get over there? What?
I'll give folks an idea. 2 of the badges that we're going to have a draft design for. We won't have the physical badges, but we've got some designs for are behind the scenes and the management. We give everything to the actors, but sometimes we need a little bit of a pat in the back too. So we've got a backbone badge, and those are the backbones of the haunt, and those are for the management team. And we'll let people vote whether they actually want us to produce these badges or not.
Oh, I'm going to vote for everything.
We hope so.
I'm totally landsliding this off to one side. It's like, how the hell did we get like 20 yeses on this? Well, it's Doble. He just signed in 20 different people. We can't do this. This isn't right. No, you guys are awesome, and I want to thank you for coming up with it and following through with this idea because I think it's great. I think you guys are doing a wonderful thing for the community, and keep up the good work. So,
well, thank you very much. That means a lot.
Thanks, Dan. We'll see you soon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh my gosh. All right. So let me just close this out because I never remember to close it out. But make sure if you guys have not subscribed to our channel, click that notification bell if you want to get updated on all of the stuff that we go live because we are bringing more and more content for 2019. If you have not, find us on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat at Haunt Insider. And then always use that hashtag Haunt Insider on all of our social media sites. If you want us to find us, we're constantly searching that. If you want your stuff shown, if you're a vendor, if you're a cosplayer, if you're a costumer, use hashtag Haunt Insider. We will use that on our Instagram account or we will retweet it. So thank you very much, guys. And also thank you to Scareit Badges for coming on tonight and talking to us about what you are going to debut at HauntCon.
I hope everybody is excited as we are.
Super.
See you there.
See Super stoked. All right, guys, take care. We'll see you next time. Bye.